What's up, guys? So I am back for another video, this time of something a little bit more special for me. I am going to basically show off my Pokédex Binder that is very much a work in progress. Now, I obviously started collecting Pokemon cards way back in the day, when it first came out. You know, the base set stuff. I wasn't too crazy for the base set Charizard like everyone else was. I was more water Pokemon, so I was more crazy for the Blastoise. And then for a while, I think I stopped collecting around I want to say it was around the Gym Heroes. It was after Team Rocket's expansion. And then there was like the Gym Heroes, I think. Yeah, I stopped collecting after that. Mainly because I think my parents stopped buying Pokemon cards and I was more into, I guess, video games around that point. But I wasn't, I didn't stop playing Pokemon or anything like that. I was still all into Pokemon. It's just I just didn't collect the cards anymore. And it wasn't until Ancient Origins that I decided, hey, you know what? I really want to play the card game again. I had a lot of fun. I want to also collect the cards because the full arts to Ancient Origins, I think that's what pulled me in. The full arts for Ancient Origins were some of the most beautiful full arts that had been released. And I was really into it. So I started collecting from there and I was building decks. And then I started doing a binder for every expansion that came out, and I would have like a master set of like all the commons and uncommons, and then the EXs and the trainers and the full arts and whatever else. And after like about 4 expansions, I decided that's too expensive to have to keep doing that for every set that comes out. So I decided on doing a master binder collection that's going to display all, what is it now, 800 something Pokemon, 802 Pokemon in total. And each card will be a reverse foil, not hollow. I like the reverse foil patterns. Will be a reverse foil. And then if there's a full art for that card, I am going to put in the full art for that card. So, you'll see on the front page, Charizard full art from the recent expansion of Burning Shadows. There was that promo box. So I have that put in there in that place. And if there's like other alternate full arts, then they'll just be put like in the back of the binder. It's like an alternate like section, I guess you could say. But yeah, you'll get the idea once I open up the binder. You guys check it out. I guess there's nothing else really to preface that with. So I'm gonna go ahead and I guess I can explain more as I go through it. Now, I don't have a cover for this binder yet. I am looking to see what kind of cover I want to put into the sleeve here, because I can insert anything in there, and I really wanted something awesome that maybe would be all the Pokemon, or maybe some sort of sketch of a trainer or something like that. If you have any ideas, or know anyone that can do something to that extent, just let me know. Maybe like a whole Blastoise evolution, that'd be pretty sweet. But we'll see. Like I said, this whole thing is a work in progress. So the beginning part of it, you're gonna see it's gonna be a lot of empty spots, because Ancient Origins up to now, there's not a lot of the first or second geners, not even like third. This all this whole bulk is gonna be scattered. We don't get to the really good stuff until the very end. So you can see, there's that Charizard full art that I was talking about. And sorry for the camera being shaky. I'm actually holding it with one hand so I can, be able to do all this, zooming in and things like that. So Charizard GX full art. One of my favorites, the Blastoise EX full art, and then the Squirtle that I actually got from the Build-A-Bear workshop, because I do have a Build-A-Bear Squirtle. Obviously, I had to get it, or it could be for my daughter, whichever one you want to believe. Caterpie, Pidgeot full art EX, the Raichu, the Spearow. So I'm gonna go ahead and quickly go through some of this. Like I said, there's gonna be a lot of empty spots in the beginning. This is very much a big work in progress. So you have the Tauros GX, the Machamp, the Magnemite. See, I see a lot of empty spots. The red Gyarados one, but I have to get the blue Gyarados because this is a shiny. Nothing wrong with the shiny one. It's just I much prefer to try to keep it as original as possible. The Lapras full art. You got your Snorlax GX, the Jolteon full art, which was from the big promo box. So that was all the Kanto Pokemon. I don't have a whole lot from Johto series. There's your Umbreon and Espeon, the Scizor, Heracross. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm missing a lot of the basic stuff. It's mainly because I'm more focused on the full arts first and being able to catch up with it. And if I can be caught up with the expansions, then I can go back and invest in the smaller stuff, because they're I can get them for 5 to 25 cents a piece depending on what the card is. There's your Rock, your Metagross EX. See, a lot of nice cards in here. I think I'm doing okay with my collection. I'm trying to get all the full arts I came across in trades or in collections that I had purchased from other people, garage sales and whatnot. The Shaman I got for a pretty sweet deal. What else is in here? So I think that was what, Gen 3? We're into Gen 4 coming up, maybe? I can't remember. This is when I kind of started like falling off from Pokemon for a little while. There's a Zoroark GX right there, full art from that promo box again. See, a lot of blank spots. Yeah, so whatever this set was, I don't have a whole lot of. I think that was, yeah, that was the black and white set. Yeah. Here we go, X and Y. As you have Fennekin there. There's a Greninja EX, which will replace me very soon by the Greninja GX that's coming out in the next expansion, hopefully with the full art. The Aegislash, you have a Malamar, Sylveon, Helioptile. Those are pretty recent. What was it? Oh, your Zygarde, your Hoopa, Noivern. You got your Volcanion, and then we finally get now into the Alola Pokemon. This is going to be more heavily covered just because obviously this, when Sun and Moon came out, is when Sun and Moon base set came out, I think is when I started thinking, hey, I'm going to do this type of binder instead of the individual expansion. So as you can tell, I got a lot to fill in, and also part of the problem is I'm really picky about my cards. Like, they have to be in near mint condition in order for me to consider putting them into the binder. At first I was thinking about just, you know, picking out individual arts for these guys, but I think that would be like a whole nother, you know, thing later down the road. I'm really just interested in trying to make sure I get all the full arts so that way it looks like an awesome pretty looking binder. So as you can tell, I got the full arts from the promos. There's the full art Primarina up there, Gumshoes, Vikavolt, Lycanroc, Wishiwashi, and Toxapex, Lurantis, all the other ones in the middle. My pre-release for Guardians Rising, the Mudbray. No, that's not Mudbray. This is Mudsdale. That's what it is, Mudsdale. I was gonna say something. I was pretty good keeping up to with the full arts and secret rares and things like that up until Burning Shadows. Burning Shadows kind of messed me over a little bit. So from Burning Shadows to Crimson Invasion to the Ultra Prism set right now, and then a couple of the Shining Legends I'm way behind on. So I definitely have to do something to catch up on those. Golisopod. I like this, the look of this. I wish they were I was able to do them like centered, but I mean, this is how they are in Pokedex order. Coco, Lele, Bulu, and Finny. I don't have a Lele regular to play in my decks. I have to hunt one down. The Solgaleo and the Lunala. Now the gold cards for these guys, I'm gonna put in a separate section altogether. I think that's another thing I'm gonna go after, is because there's like 2 other gold cards. I think the Reshiram and the Zekrom from one of the black and white series that I should probably try to hunt down. There's some of your Ultra Beasts that I have. Neolego, Buzzwole, Celesteela, Kartana. There's Necrozma, so I'm missing what? Xurkitree, Guzzlord, and Pheromosa. Xurkitree, Guzzlord, and Pheromosa. Those are the other ones I'm missing. And then you have your Marshadow, and then, oh, I thought that was Luna. I was like, why is he doing it? And your Marshadow, and then whatever else is gonna come there afterwards. So that's it for the main Pokedex. Now we're on to some of the cooler stuff, I think, in my opinion. Now the Prism cards are fairly new, so I'm gonna do a whole page of the Prism cards and collect those as they come out. See, there's a lot of blank page, just that I have the space for it. Oh, I was gonna do a Rotom page and get the reverse foils of those guys. So he was my first reverse and the only reverse fan Rotom that I got. So I gotta jump on that. I can easily get those though, pretty cheap. There are some of the Prism cards I have: the Lunala, the Giratina, the Darkrai, and the Solgaleo. I'm just missing Cyrus and the Super Boost Energy. I think those are the only 2 Prism cards that I need. This one took me a little while to think about if I was gonna do these or not, and realizing that they were gonna stop doing megas, I figured it'd be kind of cool actually to go back and get all the Spirit Links. So I have the reverse foils of almost every single Spirit Link that's out there. Blastoise obviously being my favorite. It's in alphabetical order, but it's gonna have to switch because I am missing 2, and I can't remember what 2 they are. Pretty sure it's 2. So there's one here. I'm oh, and then there's one here. So if someone out there can compile an entire list for me, that would be fantastic, because I would love to go ahead and just finish off the Spirit Links, because there weren't that many, but I know I'm missing 2, and I don't know who, and I think maybe a Latias Spirit Link, and I don't remember what the other one is, but I have to go back and find out. All right, so that's it for like the kind of like the random stuff. Now we're on to the good stuff. So now this is the page of all the mega full arts. So the Spirit Links, and then we are on to the mega full arts. From Pidgeot all the way down to the secret rare Mega Rayquaza, the Primal. These are all the Primal reversal cards. Mega Sceptile is awesome. See, it's because of art like this from Ancient Origins, I was like, man, I just gotta start collecting. And then you have all of these Megas here. Mewtwo's pretty dope, I like that one. Scizor, I wish they would show more of Scizor, not just like his claw, but Scizor is one of my favorite metal Pokemon, steel Pokemon. There's the Mega Charizard, my favorite Mega Full Art ever. I am so happy they came out with a full art for this guy. Man, this is, can't get enough of this one. I think I have like 2 extra, and I've said before in one of my earlier videos, I want a full playset of it. So, you know, here's to hoping. And Mega Sharpedo is also one of my favorites. I'm glad they came out with a full art for him. So yeah, that's that. Oh yeah, I forgot this section here, the breaks. I guess I should probably put this before the Spirit Links, but these are all the break cards. I think I'm still missing 1 or 2, because there's a lot of break cards that came out that came out with promo cards, I think. So I gotta go back and figure all that out. So there's that. And then there's a few more. And as you can already tell, you got the hyper rares. I wasn't too sure if I was gonna do these, and then I figured, well, they only have so many per expansion, and then by the time Burning Shadows hit, it was just way too much. So that's why I'm behind. It's because these guys are so expensive, especially if they're very playable in decks. I think, like, for instance, the Espeon was pretty pricey when it first came out. The Lapras was pretty pricey too when it first came out. The Tapu Lele for sure, but I got lucky with that one. I think I actually managed to pull that out of a pack, so I was pretty happy without having to spend money on this one. All right, so Turtonator, Tapu Koko, Lycanroc, all the ones, the Alolan starters, I decided to put them all in a row like that. What else we got here? See, Gardevoir was also really expensive, but this one I pulled out of the pack. I was really happy. And Sylveon, another Lycanroc, Celesteela, Ho-Oh GX from the promo. The Celesteela GX, I think I pulled that out of a box that I opened up for Ultra Prism. And then these are some of my more recent ones. This one I got in a trade. This one I pulled out. You saw the video where I pulled this one out from a Crimson Invasion pack. And this one I pulled from that Shiny Legends, the one that I trash talked Zoroark a little bit. And then I pulled it out of the pack and I was like, I'm sorry, Zoroark. So yeah. So those are all my hyper rares. Now we move on to the full art trainers. I really love the newer full art trainers. They're just so beautiful, like Kukui, Lily. I really want the new Lily though. Hau, the Team Skullgrunt's pretty sweet. What's some of the newer ones? Okay, yeah, now we get into the newer ones. This N, I bought that huge XY collection box with all of these trainer card promos in it, or yeah, full arts in it. So that was pretty nice. Added a lot to my collection there. And then we have Pokemon Breeder, Wiki, Plumeria, Kiawe, Lana, and Faulkner were the ones I pulled from my pre-release packs. And then Mars was one of the most recent ones I got. I think it was in a trade. And then some of the alternate full arts. I think this is this the page? Yeah, this is the page where I put the alternate full arts, I think. I think I have another page of that back here somewhere. But I think I'm just gonna combine all those. You can see the 2 secret rare Mewtwo's. Oh yeah, I think this is supposed to be the secret rare page because all of this is the gold border. So these are like the secret rares of these sets. Secret rares of Steam Siege, secret rare Breakpoint, Fates Collide, and then an Ancient Mew card, which I got for Christmas from one of my coworkers, which I was really, really happy about because I lost my original one and I really wanted to get a new one, but they ended up getting it to me for Christmas. So I'm actually pretty happy about that. Nothing there. And then we move on to the secret rare item cards, which, man, this has been a journey. So that Ultra Ball, I pulled that out of, oh man, how many packs? I bought like a ton of Sun and Moon packs, and I managed to pull one out, and I was just so ecstatic. Yeah, this is I think it's like what, an $80, $90 card now, and about knowing that I don't have to spend that much money on it, I'm pretty pleased. But a lot of these secret rare trainer cards are like either like 10 or 20 bucks, so this is why it's getting so hard for collectors to keep up with that. It ends here. Just because, again, I'm not caught up for Burning Shadows and for Crimson Invasion. But then I also kind of wanted to split it from the full art ones to the non-full art ones that they did. Because I think Sun and Moon was the first sets to do full art trainer cards. Or full art item cards, I should say. Because they've always been kind of doing the full art trainer cards for a while. But with these gold cards, these were secret rares as well. They just weren't full art. So I wanted to kind of keep that as a split. And then we move on to the energies, the secret rare energies, which I don't have very many. I'm still missing from Burning Shadows and Crimson Invasion. Well, one less from Crimson Invasion. But I would like to fill this up with all the energies that come out, especially the special energies, like the unit energies and things like that. The double cardless is one of the more expensive ones. I think that's also an $80 to $90 card. And then the most recent one being the water energy we pulled from that one Crimson Invasion pack. And then we move to the other alternate full arts that... So for some of these cards, there's obviously the EX versions and the GX versions, and basically the way I went about it was, which full art do I like better, and which one do I want to choose to put into the binder. So the one that goes into the master set and the actual Pokédex number is the one that I think I like a lot better than the counterpart. Because if you go to, okay, so like these two, for instance, I chose the EX versions of the full arts more than the GX versions. Let me see. Let me go back to the beginning. Yeah. So I definitely like the full arts for these a lot more than I do the GX versions. Will my opinion change later? Maybe. Will they come out with other full arts and I might like those better? Maybe. But for now, I'm gonna stick with these, and I'm pretty happy with my decision right there. Especially like the full art Ho-Oh. Oh, as the whole binder comes crashing down. Okay, hold on. All right, so for the Ho-Oh, this full art is not that impressive. I didn't really like it. The full art that came in, oh man, what was it? I think it was it Steam Siege? I don't know. There was another full art Ho-Oh that came out that I like a lot more. So that's why this one's stuck in the back. The Mewtwo's, there's just so many to pick, and I don't remember which one I picked. Now that I think about it, did I even pick one? Because like all the full art Mewtwo's are right there. I don't think I picked a single full art Mewtwo to put into the binder. If anything, I'll probably pick this one right here. This one's probably my favorite. No, this one's cool. I don't even know. You guys decide for me which one you guys like more. Yeah, I think it's gonna be this one for sure. But we'll I'll figure that out later. These were from the big X and Y box. This Machamp full art, not as impressive as the other full art that it was, and then you have your Gardevoir and your Darkrai up here, because I like the EX versions better. Now this is the Alolan page. I gotta figure out a better way of reorganizing this, but so anyway, we know like the Alolan Pokemon don't take on a new number. They're just the same number, and we just know them as like a variant of that Pokemon. So that's why there's like an Alolan page here, so that way I kind of keep it separate and not make the Pokédex binder any more confusing. But I think it'll still work out pretty nice. Like I said, I gotta figure out a better way of organizing all of this. And then there's that Lycanroc, which I chose the Midnight Form full art to put into the Pokédex. And then I'm keeping this one here. And I think these were just extras because the full arts came out for them. I just didn't know where to put these at the time, so I just kept them there. And I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's the entirety of my binder. If I had to pick my favorite page of the binder, it would have to probably... You know, every time I open to this, it's like, man, I did good. So I guess it's the Megas that are my favorite, especially the Mega Blastoise. I do like the trainers. The Hyper Rares are nice. You know, they're just silvery and rainbowy and shiny and stuff like that. And obviously the full art item cards are also incredible. But I think the Megas are my favorite section. And I don't know, I love the Japanese writing across from them, and it's just so cool, especially this page. Yeah, this page rocks. But yeah, that's my binder, guys. I know I kept mentioning a lot in my earlier videos, and I kept saying I was gonna show it to you. Ooh, big slam. And I'm glad I finally got around to it. Like I said, hopefully I'll put something up here soon, but this is definitely gonna be a huge work in progress. I'll probably invest a lot more time in this over the summer when I don't work so much. So that way I can kind of research prices and things like that and figure out how I can get some of these cards for, you know, a nicer deal, or maybe find people to trade with and things like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know what you think of my binder. You know, don't criticize too harshly. Go ahead and criticize all you want. But I keep repeating, you know, it's a work in progress. I have a lot of jobs that I have to try to spread my attention to, and then obviously I have kids at home and things like that. So the binder is kind of taking a back road for a little bit, but hopefully I'll get back into it sometime soon and build it up more. I have 3 expansions to make up or to keep up with before the new one that comes out in May. All right, so if anything else, please like, subscribe, continue watching my videos, continue commenting. I appreciate anything that comes my way, and I will see you guys in the next video.